Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Siemens WT45W492GB condenser dryer. Now what I want to do is just really to give you a rundown of some of the features and benefits, and just to show you why it's worth purchasing it. So a little bit about the specification on this dryer before I show you the features and benefits of it. First of all, it's got a 9 kilogram drying load, and as you may have known about this tumble dryer, that it uses what they call heat pump technology. And the main advantage of that is it is a lot more energy efficient, so it uses a lot less electricity than a standard condenser dryer. And that's reflected in the energy label that all of these products will come with. As you should be able to see on here, it is an A++ energy rating. And what you'll find is that if you were to compare that to a standard tumble dryer of a similar load, then it will use less than half the energy or half the electricity to do the drying than compared to a standard tumble dryer. So the machine itself is laid out really well. First of all, on the left hand side you've got the condenser drawer. This is where all the water is kept, and what you'll find when you pull that out, all of the water is stored in this unit here. And all you need to do is, when it is full, just go over to a sink or outside and empty the water out. So that's very easy. The next thing to note is you've got the control dial in the middle. And when you first turn it on, you'll notice there's a lot of different programs. Now the advantage of this tumble dryer compared to several others are that it is what we call sensor dry. And what will happen is when you put the clothes in, it will bring up an initial time, which is quite a long time, but because it's sensor dry, it will sense the amount of moisture and water still left within the clothes, and the advantage of that is it will actually dry to a correct level rather than being too dry or not dry enough. So as you'll notice around here, there's a lot of different programs, and the most popular ones tend to be these ones here, which are things like iron dry or cupboard dry. And what you'll find with these, the iron dry for example is really good, because what that does is that will dry the clothes so they're left slightly damp. Things like t-shirts or shirts or trousers that you want to iron, then just puts on that setting. And as you go around, you have got things like the mixed fabrics. The time program, what you can do is, if you wanted, you can just have a certain time on here rather than having the sensor dry program. And what you'll find, you've got the warm setting on here, and if you press the program duration, then what you can do, that will actually increase the time on here. And the main advantage of this one, it wouldn't be used that much, but what you'll find is if you have got, say, clothes in a cupboard that you just want to freshen up, for example, then just put it on for, say, 20 minutes. Then you can set it as a manual program compared to using it just for the sensor dry. And as you come around here, you've got things like the lingerie, woolen, and this is rapid, so that's just a 40-minute program. And these are some of the easy care options down this side. But generally for most programs that people would use, they tend to be around this side. And as we move across to the main control panel, what you'll find are there's quite a few different options on here, and just really to cover the basic display. So first of all, you've got the time remaining at the top here, and as I say, what you'll find is that this will actually adjust the time of the program, and it will actually come down during the program, and sometimes it will stop or even increase slightly, and that's really down to the sensor that's built into the tumble dryer. As we sort of work left to right, you've got several different options. The first one is what we call fine adjust, and what that is, as you get towards the end of the program, if you feel you wanted it to be slightly drier, you can just press that button and that will just add extra time into the program. It's not something you would tend to use that often. The program duration, which we've already covered, which is the main one to be used with things like the time program options. Ready in, this is for the time delay. So on this model you've got up to a 24-hour delay, and what you can do is you can carry on pressing that, and that basically means in 7 hours that the program will be finished. The less ironing option, that's mainly if you get towards the end of the program, what it will do is every so often it will rotate, just really to avoid the creasing of the clothes. And you've got a low heat setting, and what that does is if you're drying fabrics that are a little bit more delicate and you don't want them on a high heat, then you just press that option there for the low heat setting. And the next one along here is the signal, and that just means that you can turn the beeping on and off, because sometimes it can be annoying at the end of the program. And towards the end you've got the start and the pause, so that's clearly as it is, it's just a start button. But what you can do is if you needed to take something out, for example, then you can just pause the program. Now all condenser dryers have a condenser unit that needs to be cleaned or maintained, normally after every 3 or 4 loads, and this is normally at the bottom. And the beauty of this Siemens tumble dryer is it has still got the condenser unit, but it is what we call a self-cleaning condenser. And what this basically means, so as I say, it's still at the bottom, but what it will do, the water that's kept in here towards the end of the drying cycle, it will actually pump some of the water down to the bottom through the condenser unit and then pump it back up. And really the advantage is that you don't have to worry about maintaining the condenser unit. So what you'll find in the top here, there might be little bits of fluff or lint, but that's really because it's doing the job properly and keeping the condenser unit clean at the bottom. So while we're on the subject of maintaining the dryer, I'll just show you inside. So first of all, you've got the handle here on the left hand side, and if you pull the door, as you can see, it's a nice big porthole, and it gets the door well out of the way when you're loading the clothes, so it does open all the way back. And what you'll find is you've got the filter inside, so that's easy to clean. It is recommended probably after every I would recommend probably after every load, really, to come and have a look, see how much lint or fluff is in here, and just take that out and then just pop that back in there. And what you will notice is it is as I say, a large porthole, but the beauty of this one compared to most other tumble dryers is it has got a light inside, so when we first turn it on, that's it, that you notice a light comes on. And although not a huge advantage for the performance or the actual drying process, but really the advantage is because it is such a big drum and you'll have a lot of clothes in there, if you have left something towards the back or gets tucked in the corner there, then it's something that can be quite useful to have a light in. The other advantage of this dryer is it has got very strong metal hinges, and also the door catch, you just see that in the corner there, again that's metal, and it's just really proving that brands like Siemens are using quality components. Just to quickly show you around the back of the machine, the main reason for that is it does actually come with this. This is a small drain hose, and what this enables you to do is to actually connect it to the tumble dryer, and then you can have the water going into a waste outlet rather than collecting in the container at the front of the machine. And the way that that is applied, just towards the bottom of the machine, you've got this pipe here, and what you do is you basically disconnect that and you attach the drain hose, as I showed you, and it's quite an easy process. And once you've done that, that will save you having to empty the condenser drawer each time. If you're interested in purchasing one of these tumble dryers, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you've enjoyed this quick video on the Siemens WT45W492 condenser dryer. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video and leave any comments below. Thanks very much.